important here. Now this is going to be a short answer type question. This is number 48. You got two different parts, part A and part B. Okay, it says create equivalent equations that could be used to solve the system of equation shown using the elimination method. Okay, so that wording seems maybe a little bit confusing. All right, all you need to do is get one of our variables to cancel out. All right, so I don't care which one. I'm going to do both of them for you. Which one do y'all think would be easiest though to cancel out? I mean, really, it's kind of up to you. But I may choose the x from the simple fact of one number is already positive and one number is already negative. Because remember, for something to cancel out, it has to equal 0 when you add it together, right? So it has to be the same number, first off, like these numbers have to be the same, and one number has to be positive and the other one has to be negative. So if I want to cancel out x, so I'm going to put solve, or not solve, but cancel out x. All right? So if I want to cancel out x, what would I need to multiply by? Like, what's the next number that these two have in common?
24.
Right, 24, right? All right, so if I need both of these to be 24, what do I need to multiply the top by?
3.
Okay, correct. Multiply the entire top equation by 3. Are we good on that? Got any questions? Because we're trying to cancel out x here. All right, so then what does the bottom equation need to be multiplied by?
-8.
Say it again.
-8.
All right, now I would just do positive 8. The reason I say that is because one number is already positive, one's negative. Now, if you did that, it would still work if you did -8. It's just a little extra work that you don't need to do. All right, so now all I need to do here is multiply. My bad, I don't know why I wrote that 3 right there. That's a little bit confusing. Okay, I need to multiply each one of these by 3 in the top equation. So I got -24x plus 9y equals 6. Everybody okay with what I just did on the top equation?
Yeah.
Okay, the bottom equation, multiply everything in here by 8. So you got 24x plus 40y equals, well, what's 8 times -13? You have a calculator?
-104.
Okay? Now, this is it. You would stop here. This is the answer. Right? Because all I asked you to do was create equivalent equations. Equivalent mean the same. So these two equations are equivalent to our original equations, and we would be done. This is the answer. Okay? Now, that's if you chose to cancel out x. You could have chose to cancel out y instead. Both of these would be correct. There's not just one way to do it. This could be an answer, and what I'm about to do could also be an answer. All right, so if I wanted to cancel out y, what's the next two numbers, or what's the next number that they have in common? 15, right? All right, now there's an issue here. Remember, one number has to be positive, the other one has to be negative. Well, both of these are positive. So I got to make sure that I make one of these, it doesn't matter which one of them has to be negative. All right, so good. All right, so we said multiply the top by -5 and the bottom by +3. That's perfect. So I'm going to do that. All right, what's 3 times -13? -39. Go. All right, and now I have my two equivalent. See how both of these, they cancel out, my y's cancel out? That's perfect. We can stop there. Now part B is actually asking what is the solution. And so this part we all should be able to answer, because how can we solve this and find the solution? What can we do to solve? Okay, you can use, what's that button? Okay, you can use system solve. What else could we do? Desmos, right? And how can you know in Desmos what the solution is? Anybody? Right, where the two lines intersect. Now, if I were you, I would just make sure I type in the original one, right? Because if you made a mistake here on either one of these, that means you're going to miss this part. But if you type in the original one, because these are equivalent, right? You would get the same answer if you typed in this one, or this one, if you do it correct. But I would just type that in just to make sure.